Forget being able to walk and chew gum at the same time. As this surveillance video shows, we're having a hard enough time simply talking and walking. You're looking at footage of a man who stumbled onto the train tracks while on his cell phone. It illustrates a growing trend of people who are suffering injuries from what's being called distracted walking.
People just, they have this technology and they want to keep up with it.
And by people, he means just about anyone, anywhere. From New Jersey to D.C., Chicago, and out west in Utah, pedestrians are glued to their phones, seemingly in their own world.
We get so involved in our devices, in texting or communicating somehow or listening to something. People forget that very basic lesson that we all learned when we were in kindergarten, which is you look both ways when you cross the street.
And now the consequences are starting to add up. Last year, more than 1,100 people were treated at hospitals for injuries suffered while walking and using a cell phone or some other device. And that number is likely an underestimate, because patients don't always fess up to what they were doing when they got hurt. But take it from an ER doctor, these incidents are becoming more and more common.
Mostly we'll see shattered pelvises. Someone goes flying from the car and they actually land on their side and they can break their femurs, they break their hips, they break their pelvises. The other thing is if they fly into the car or away from the car, it's very common to hit your head, your back, or your neck. So there's a lot of what we call C-spine injuries, which are neck injuries, a lot of back injuries, and unfortunately there's a lot of head trauma.
Some localities are starting to take notice, too. Philadelphia supposedly created a so-called E-lane on a sidewalk just for pedestrians too distracted to look where they were going. It turned out to be an April Fool's joke, but still, people were upset when it went away. A number of states have proposed distracted walking bills where people would be fined for strolling while on the cell phone in certain places, but none of those bills went anywhere. The Utah Transit Authority, however, was able to roll through an ordinance on its own that bars people from using cell phones, headphones, or other distracting electronic devices while crossing the tracks in Salt Lake City.
We have a lot of concern at UTA about distracted behavior. Our board in particular has been very concerned about the number of incidents we've had over the past few years, many of which have involved distracted pedestrians. Anytime you're around the trains, whether you're crossing the tracks or whether you're trying to get to the platform, you need to put down your distractions, pay attention to what you're doing.
Anyone who doesn't is subject to a $50 fine. It's an idea that some people say goes a step too far.
Sounds very ridiculous. I mean, it's our phone. We should be able to use it and walk and talk if we choose to, walk and text or whatever. So
I think people just need to use common sense. People shouldn't cross the street without looking, but that doesn't mean you can't be on your phone at the same time.
As for that man who fell onto the train tracks, it took him a couple of minutes, but he was able to get up and back onto the platform before any trains came barreling down his way. Rita Foley, The Associated Press.